The video's hard, bro. And so I was driving to work at this time. I worked at the first recruiting agency I worked at in LA, and I lived in North Hollywood. This job was in Westwood, which is where UCLA is. It was about a 50 to like an hour commute from my place. So I had to wake up at 6:30 to beat the traffic. So I got there around like 7:15, 7:25. And then I would just, obviously bump tunes the whole way. And I wouldn't get back to the crib until like 6:30. So I was doing like 12-hour days total, not working, but like with the commute in there too. And this is just when I was drained, dude. This is like 2 or 3 months before I ended up getting fired from that place. And I was playing the song and doom, doo doo, doom, doom, doom. And I was like, bro, this beat's hard. And then I got a hotel suite. You can side on through hard dick soft sheets. I'm like, bro, what is this? And I was like, just fucking vibing in traffic. I was like, bro, who is this? I looked and it said Mike Stud. I was like, ain't no way I'm a Mike Stud fan, bro. The fuck? Because I hadn't. Someone showed me one of his songs in like 2013, I think. And the song could have been great. I don't even remember what song it was. But the name Mike Stud, I was like, no.
Yeah, that's everyone when I approach them with it. They're like, Jake, why would we listen to this?
Yeah. I'm like, no, not a chance. And I forgot about it, to be honest, until that song came on. I was like, bro, what? Then I went through and listened to that whole album and his recent singles he had dropped, and then kept up with him all throughout when he put out the highs and shit. And I actually missed the You Ready EP. I didn't find that until I got COVID for some reason. But yeah, I mean, he's a phenomenal artist. Like, I think he's insanely talented songwriter, even though I guess he freestyles most of his stuff now. But like when he's pen to paper, I mean, that and the freestyling shit, I think he's one of my favorite artists for sure.
Yeah. The Honolulu song was like the first song I think I started showing people that they were like, oh, this is actually good. I had a friend that was a exotic dancer in undergrad, and she made like a dance to that song that she played at the club. And everyone was like, where is this from? Like, who is this?
Dude, Apollo is, I don't know if he wants me to put his business out there, but he DJs at a strip club and he says I'm not going to say he did not FaceTime me. That might be against code. But he told me, he's like, bro, I spin sweatshirt and it rings off. I'm like, no way. There's this girl shaking ass and shaking tits in people's faces to my song Sweatshirt. Like, that's crazy. Shit. Blows my mind.
Sometimes you just got to find the right audience,
And it turns out my right audience is at Deja Vu in Lansing, Michigan. So you never know where they're going to be at, or at Omar's, wherever he's at. But yeah, I forgot what the original question was. My bad. I'll be talking.
That was good. It's a good journey. It was a good journey.
All right.
Where is your plan, I guess, going forward, I guess, for the rest of the year? I guess we only got like 2 months left here, but
for the rest of the year, I got Texas drop. I'm trying to post as much as I can right now for that song I put out called Good Die Young. And it's funny because like the more I've been posting about it and listening to the hook, the more I like it, which is kind of funny. I feel like I'm fanboying myself. But I'm putting out Texas on the 3rd of November, which we wrote that song 3 years ago, which is crazy. And then I want to put out a song on the 17th. And then me and my buddy Connor, who I accidentally sent you the cover art.
Hey, I'm okay with it. I like sneak peeks. I'll keep it to myself.
I do that so much. I'll be like, bro, why doesn't dude hit me back? And I realize I sent it to like some random group chat I haven't interacted with in like 3 months. Like, how'd I even get there? But yeah, we're gonna put that song out whatever the first Friday of December is, and then I'll send you that one. I think it's a strong song, and I don't know if I should kind of let that song breathe because it's kind of like a no-no to drop in December in the music industry because everyone's taken off. It might slide under the radar of any potential playlisting opportunities you can get, but as thankful as I am for the ones that I have gotten, I don't really expect to get any of them. So I don't really abide by what other people say, like, oh, you shouldn't release that. And I'm like, okay, if no one else is going to,
That might
then
be the
like,
best time.
why wouldn't I do it? If no one else is doing this shit, that means all eyes are on the people who are dropping. So I'll probably put another one out in December. And then after that, I gotta get the releases planned for next year. But nothing crazy, man. Just kind of doing what I usually do, dropping songs. I'm ramping. I'm trying to be as consistent as I can on social media. That's my main focus right now, is growing that following. But yeah, nothing crazy.
Yeah. Why is that? Because I noticed that last year. Well, I guess the holidays probably is why. But I was like, when I started sharing music last year and doing this thing, I like noticed that it was really hard to find music that I like wanted to share and enjoy during that time because there just wasn't a whole lot of music coming out.
Yeah, I think a lot. I don't know. People in the music industry, I don't think they get a lot of time off. And I could be very wrong. I actually don't really know what I'm talking about right now. This is just what I've kind of heard from other people. But anytime from like Thanksgiving all the way until like potentially a week and a half, 2 weeks into January, people are taking off for Thanksgiving. People are taking off for whatever winter holidays in December or religious shit they're celebrating. And then the New Year. So it's like 3 pretty big holidays back to back. And I think people just don't want to work, which I can't blame them. Like, shit, if I had a fucking corporate job, I'd be like, fuck, I don't want to work. I'm not checking my shit. So, but yeah, like I said, I'm not. I have no relations to any label or big wigs anywhere, so it really doesn't matter. I'm just another average ass dude just releasing music, so I can kind of do whatever I want. But I'll probably put something out around that. I mean, we released Canadian Tux like early January, and I've been trying to be pretty consistent ever since the start of the new year. So I'm just gonna do the same shit.
Yeah.
Hopefully, put out even more songs. I would love to drop like an EP at some point when it makes sense. But yeah.
Yeah. It's hard to know with that stuff too because I feel like it is kind of like if you put out an EP, will like people listen to the full thing, That's kind of
No.
yeah, exactly.
I mean, thankfully, I have people like I bet if I put out like a 6-song EP, I bet you'd
Oh
listen
yeah,
to
no,
the
I'd 100% listen to it. Yeah.
yeah. I a lot of artists aren't fortunate to have people like that. So I can't tell you how much like you supported everything I put out this year. I'm pretty sure, and that I'm glad I got to do this on camera rather than off camera, so it didn't seem like it was off camera. Like, yo, I'm not trying to do this on camera, but like it like that support. You don't know how much that means to someone in my position who's like every day not sure if this is going to be like a forever thing, but I think it will be, but you never know. Like everyone could just stop listening to my shit in a month and I could just tank. That is a possibility. Now, will it happen? Probably not. But I need the people like you in my corner who are checking for me when I say, like, hey, I'm dropping a song then. It's like that when I see that pop up, I'm going to listen to it. And I don't know, man. I feel like some artists work their entire career and don't and aren't fortunate enough to develop people like that in their corner. And I don't really like the term fans. But supporters sounds kind of corny. I don't know what the word I want to use is, but I need people like you backing me. And so anytime you share shit, comment on stuff, like stuff, people don't realize how much that means in pushing whatever song or post that is out to more people. A like, a comment, and a share shows that app, whatever it is, Spotify or Instagram, that people are engaging with the song and they're like, okay, people like this. Well, if this gets, 500 more likes, we're going to send it to this completely new audience over here and see what they think of it. And if it's a good song, those people should like it. So if you aren't backed by people who can just put 250 grand on a song and be like, send this shit to radio and force people to listen to it. If you're really thugging it out in the trenches and doing the grassroots promo efforts like myself and many other artists out there, people like you are very much so needed and key pieces in the success of any artist at my level. So thank you. And whoever else is going to watch this too, if you're listening to my stuff. Like I just can't tell you how much people like that mean to me.
Well, thanks. That means a lot. That's really like my whole goal with this has always been. I mean, I was like I said, I was pushing Mike Stud on people when nobody wanted to. Like everyone in my friend group was forced to listen to Mike Stud whether they like to or not. And I was like, you know what? I think my friends are sick of me pushing my music on them. So I was like, what if I made like this platform where I just like found a bunch of like independent artists and tried to like share their stuff. And even though I don't have like a big following right now or anything, but hopefully at some point it like actually makes a difference and help.
No, dude, I don't even think you need a big following to make a difference. I mean, you're already making a difference. People are like, even if you got one person engaging with the post, I mean, yeah, one doesn't seem like a lot, but that's still someone who didn't see that shit before. And that's someone who could be a new fan of that artist. And that's someone who maybe, and this is why, like, when I get to thinking, I be thinking that someone's uncle might be like the fucking head of Apple Music. And they're like, bruh, you found this guy, you should listen to him. Like, that could happen. That's not impossible.
Yeah.
So now what's the likelihood of that happening?
Yeah.
Shit, probably, but it could. And like, there's been crazy shit that's happened to me before. So I think people like you, like, regardless of how big your following is, that'll come if you just keep on being consistent, which you are. And yeah, dude, I mean, that's what I plan to be, just moving forward, is as consistent as I can be and just give people what I think is the best music I can make. And I'm still learning, bro. Like, I don't know a lot of shit. There's a lot of shit that's in the gray area right now that I'm like, fuck, bro. I gotta learn how to mix even more, and I gotta take singing lessons probably because I'm not the best singer, and I want to be a singer. So there's like hella shit I gotta do, and I'm sure there's like a ton of shit you gotta do too. But as long as you're doing it and taking the steps to move whatever business you have in the right direction, I mean, I think you're right where you need to be.
Well, thanks.